In the bottom left, we do have Rebellion. And at the top right, it is Harimang. PVZ, Harimang has his first, no, not GSL appearance, but first GM appearance here. Gotta get a pylon. Let's go in for that extractor cancel to get out an extra drone here now. We're gonna go scout here. It's gonna be it. He's gonna make one extra drone and then the hatchery. There's not gonna be an attempted deny here. It's only gonna be a scout from Rebellion on the other side coming across the map right now. I'm actually happy we have a decent match here for round 1. That should be good. Interesting position for that spawning pool. I would assume it would block some of those drones, but actually it doesn't. Cybernetics core on the way here. The miracle building of all Protoss generations. Double queen here for Harimang, and gonna go most likely into that speed. We'll still have to wait a little bit until those guys branch off into one or the other direction. We do have adepts on the way here. Do see that gateway or warp gate being instantly researched, and it's still gonna be a Stargate. Now we do see a cancel on the cybernetics core here, and will be re-upped. No, click it again. Clickety click. Now he wants to go for the second adept first. It's gonna be a stalker, okay. And that's where the 50 gas went. Now he should be clicking. There we go. Alright. So Rebellion. Gonna go out across with one adept, and it's gonna make a stalker to follow this up to try and deny this overlord. Harimang should probably move his overlord a little bit. You did see the first adept. He's throwing down a third hatchery. And the speed is halfway done. The adept shouldn't be doing that much. Oh, this overload hasn't been... Okay, there we go. It has actually been moved. So let's see if it can get killed or if it does survive. Looks like it should survive here. Stalker's not chasing this one too far. Playing this rather safe, your Rebellion, that is. The Stalker in a wall is a means... what a lot of people don't realize. A Stalker is basically the anti-baneling bust mechanic for Protoss. Like, a Stalker can literally soak up, I don't know, 10 banes or something. That's insane. Oracle on the way here. Second Oracle in production. First one is gonna go across the map, third base on the way. We do have the double adept guarding this one for now. They're gonna shade out and see if they find anything. Maybe, oh, yeah, no, wait. I thought he would go for that Zergling. He's actually gonna go aggressive with these two. Well, one Zergling is not gonna kill a base. Now Oracle coming in here, it's gonna snag 2 drones. It's gonna go out again. Double adept. Trying to look for more, but Queen's Endling's in position. Needs a shade to get away. Maybe one can get out with solid micro. Ooh, he needs to... Oh, no! Can't believe it. How does he miss-target those? Now that Ling is trying to kill that base. But one attempt. It's gonna be enough here. Is it though? Oracle did turn on. Gonna clear a few of those guys. Yeah, the Oracle's still hanging about here. There's no third Oracle for now. It's a quick Twilight Forge follow-up. And this one. And this could just end up a very strong blink timing. I have to wait and see. Though you can still branch it out into different directions, like a charge or a... what's it called? A Glaives attack. But this is in fact gonna be blink, as you can see on the production tab here. Now double Oracle. Still roaming the map, trying to deny some creep most likely. Also charging up energy is okay at this stage, because you're gonna utilize it for your Fallout Blink. But you can also try to just throw down a stasis. Oh. Now Harimang just finished up his lair. And here has a Roach Warren. He should probably start at Roach Speed. Gonna go into that +1. It's gonna actually go into a Hydralisk Dance, so this is just a safety Roach Warren. I really like these days. Those are basically in case you need to defend instantly. You need to make Roaches, you need to make Ravagers to break force fields, something like that along those lines. It's just a safety precaution, so really solid stuff. No, Hydras are on the way, but only a few, and the supply block is not happening yet. But could be an issue here for Rebellion in a little bit. Going across the map, he's just starting to warp in another pylon, but he should be able to make more than 2 Stalkers currently. He only was able to make 2, and you can see already the money spiking up here. That's a nice stasis trap though, but only 1. And there's gonna be actually an offensive pylon here. This is okay, it does not explode. Yeah. It's gonna sacrifice 2 links into that one. Now, killing that Hydra can kill the rest of these units as well. If he can get those queens, he might be able to snowball this. Links unfreeze though, 1 more stasis trap behind this, trying to send in a link for that one. Did not work out, unfortunately, for Harimang. Let's be careful. If he can surround these Stalkers, he can actually kill a lot of those there on the tail end. And the Oracle's just sitting there. One is gonna fall immediately, the other one is gonna retreat here. And this is a slow warp in. And look at the money. It's all about that. It's all about that missing of those couple of pylons to actually get those warp-ins going and snowball this composition. Now, these could get intercepted. You need to recall. Oh my god, he didn't. Oh my god, he didn't. Now he's gonna try to recall. At least 2 Stalkers are gonna fall here. One is actually not gonna get recalled. The recall was not correctly placed here. So he loses 3 more Stalkers. They're going into Adept Glaives later. Is kind of an interesting addition now. He shouldn't be able to break Rebellion here. Harimang shouldn't be, but never say never, as they say. Maybe he has an ace up his sleeve. I don't think so. And it will be difficult actually against Resonating Glaives as a follow-up, because they deal bonus damage to Hydras and Links. And yeah, losing all of these Hydras like this, because he forgot speed, by the way, didn't get it, is not a great sign. That's a lot of money down the drain here in the end. Very unfortunate. Pushed just too far there. 11 Hydras just kind of dying for nothing really. And 4th base is on the way. I mean, Harimang already has his 4th base. He's making more and more Hydras. He's going into the first few Lurkers, which is nice. I guess, yeah, Adepts are not great against Lurkers, right? But Rebellion is far from all in. He just has like a bunch of Adepts with Glaives now. The Stalker force. And he's going into charge. +2. Still going. He can warp in Adepts now at this base. He's gonna do so, but he needs to keep this kind of safe here. Shield Battery needs to heal the base. Shield Battery needs to heal the base. He's not doing it. Okay, so the base does fall. But can this attack be stopped? I think the Lurkers should be able to just hold the line, but that 4th base here is completely exposed. Now Adepts should probably focus on those drones. They're gonna shade in across, and they will hunt down the mineral lines here. The base did fall to the Blink Stalkers. Adepts trying to shade in into that main again now, and they will be able to do so. There's nothing there. And that's a bunch of drones going down. Man, 17 drones. The Adepts with Glaives kill drones so fast, it's insane. And Hydra's coming in. You need to be careful. Oh, they're actually dealing a bunch of damage to those Adepts. Wow, it's insane. Wasn't even close. Now, triple Robo here on the way. Already 1 is producing, and the 2nd and 3rd one are about to get set up here. Now, a few Adepts, again, in conjunction with these Stalkers, trying to do something, but I feel like these Adepts, the shade was not utilized in the correct position. It kind of got stuck here. So that was a total waste in the end. And Harimang is holding on. He has lurkers. How many lurkers does he have? He lost like 2, which is okay. Still has 3 and he is making 9 more, so he's gonna have a big amount of lurkers. This nexus of course was killed, so it had to be remade. And Rebellion also made a second nexus on the other side, so he's up a base and Harimang is gonna have a difficult time. Rebellion going into that fleet beacon, going into that Templar archives. Probably think about maybe adding a few more gates, 2 to 3 gates, maybe 4 gates, so you get up to like 11, 12 gates-ish. Get some more of those potential weapons going, just in case. Now 3 lurkers are gonna be nice here. There's no observer. There's only 1, and that's with the army. There's cannons though, but this is not seen. The cannons here are gonna be nice. Oh man, I mean that 1 cannon is gonna be unbreakable basically. Now, big engage here for the main army. Can he snipe those lurkers actually? He looks decent. Yeah, he has a very good arc. And he will clear all of these lurkers. So Harimang definitely overestimating his army there. Underestimating or overestimating the position as well. Now Zealots are gonna clear this guy. And the lurker arrest is dealt with. Didn't really get anything done with those. And we do see a mothership on the way. And Rebellion is sitting at 70 drones. Or I guess probes. Looking quite good here. Harimang, can he kind of stabilize this? Trying to get out more bases. He's only on 65 workers. So he might have an issue with reproduce capabilities here. And now we see that Churchland Archon Immortal composition here. 1 Archon is gonna split off. That might get caught. Yeah, definitely gonna get caught here. He's actually trying to save it. Doesn't want to lose an Archon. At least not yet. I'll probably rotate this one to the back. To have Zealots trying to arrest this base, but lurkers are here again with that bad rally here. And this time he loses not only the Archon. Having difficulty to utilize his movement patterns here. Now we do see 2 extra starports, making it 3 in total. The mothership is here. Couple of lurkers coming in. Oh my. They're working on those probes. No, there's no cannon here. He needs to bring us detection. And he has it with him. Oh my god, he just lost like 7 stalkers there. Yeah, that was expensive. That was all of his stalkers. He just lost all of his rest of the stalkers. Like, I guess, what, did he want to have free supply? It doesn't even make sense. He needs to saturate those gases. So the economy rebalancing is not that great currently for Rebellion. We see some of his limitations as a player here, where he is just not keeping up perfectly enough. Throwing down more static defenses. He's throwing down another base. He's trying to keep the pace, but it's just a little bit too difficult. Now, big Protoss army going across the map here, and Harimang has been just macroing behind and actually overtaking. Oh my god, don't work into... No! That's the ramp, you can never go up. So Rebellion gave Harimang a lot of time, and Harimang used that to make 100 lurkers. Actually, it's 25, but this is just so many lurkers. It's way more than you should be legally allowed to create. Oracle and Zealots are trying to clear those lurkers, but maybe the Zealots should split themselves up a little bit more. Do you see another base attempt I wanted to say, but it's only a few more Zealots there trying to go for some harassment. Plus 3 missile on the way here, making only a few Hydras. And it needs to start to rebalance the economy a little bit to those fringe bases. To kind of keep these patches alive. And potentially come back to those if it goes to a very late game. Now Harimang Just gonna go across and say, alright, let's push the issue. Oh, there's the storm. There's no dash yet for those hydras, so they can't actually dodge those storms. Well, that was a beautiful combination there. Storm and mothership slow warp. Now the cloak field is gonna run out here in a moment. And these zealots also are not gonna be able to clear this army. And he will lose this nexus, he'll just give it up. He needs to clear this army here on the left. Gonna warp in just a bunch of zealots to try to deal with this. Now he also needs to hold his high ground. He has a bunch of Tempests now. Don't lose them to those hydras though. Oh, Harimang is doing decent, but he needs something against those Tempests and the mothership and stuff. He needs like Vipers, Infestors, he needs Spellcasters. And now he's gonna lose all of his hydras. And that's when those air units can just go and kill those lurkers if they want to. He's just gonna push the issue, it seems. He doesn't care about these lurkers. He's just alright, let's get going. He still has to clean up his base. I don't think he should push with his army, honestly, but maybe he has a big opportunity here. And yeah, as you can see, those zealots didn't really do that well against the lurkers here. With the Hydra support. Now Harimang can kind of only make Hydras and try and stay alive. And this is gonna be a big issue for Rebellion. Mothership is kind of working wonders though. Rebellion is staying alive, and he did kill a base, even though he lost one. He's still up a base. And Harimang is starting to run low on money here. He made a bunch of Hydras. He's gonna get a cancel on this base. We don't have Storm here with this army, really. I mean, now he has a bunch of Templars, but they are not ready yet with Storm. He needs to be careful to not get them sniped. And there we go, see the first few storms coming out. Oh, that's a great storm. And now Zealots coming in here. Immortals, another big storm there. GG's gonna be called. Harimang does forfeit this game. Rebellion did play a little bit better there. And I think Percival is already waiting. This is the, maybe not yet. Alright, going into map number 2 here. It's gonna be Ultra Love. Quite a different map. And on the bottom left, it is Rebellion taking the first map. But it was not an easy win. And on the top right, we do have Harimang. Actually playing quite a good game there. And we will try a new method to observe an early game PvZ. We will follow this overlord until it will reach the cybernetics core. And once that is done, we will start to look around. People are actually doing. I mean, there's not really anything going on currently. All the usual things. And like this, we can at least look at the beautiful map here. I do see a probe there on the left, just on the edge of the vision, going across the map to the Zerg base, of course. Try and harass some. And the Overlord is slowly making its way over across those black holes here in the middle. Someone really put a lot of emphasis on the graphical details here. I'm always kind of fascinated how well like map makers are kind of, you know, as for designers, always those maps looks really cool, so I'm fascinated by how good their mind for design is. I wouldn't be able to do stuff like this. My maps would be like bare bones. There's a ramp, there's a high ground, there's a base. Like, alright, fight. I wouldn't have crystals like this, or this kind of weird oxygen or whatever flow, whatever it is there, particle flow. Now there is your cybernetics core, and it's still not done. As you can see, the Overlord traversed the whole map. Did not miss a beat here. Now we will not cancel that research this time. Apparently a Cyril fan. Understandable. Oh, Void Ray, there we go. I have watched the Wings of Liberty games yesterday, a few of them, and I gotta say, when I saw this Void Ray pop up, I was like, wait, yes! It's a different strategy! And then I'm like, oh no, wait, it's of course still Legacy of the Void, and he's just gonna make one Void Ray to kill the Overlords, and then that's gonna be it. And it's still that kind of boring Void Ray which you have to turn on. Doesn't make any sense. It's like, that's not really a good unit design at this point. It used to be kind of a cool idea. Now it's a shadow of its former self. It's basically just a glorified sentry at this point. Third base up and running here for Harimang. Will he go into that same composition again? Hydra Lurker. Try to play this with a few more links. Oh, fleet beacon. Is this gonna be a mothership rush? Is this gonna be Tempest rush? Is this gonna be the double carrier rush? We should see a second starboard if this is gonna be anything else but mothership here very soon. And there is the second Stargate. I actually wouldn't have minded a mothership rush to try and recall into the main base. Then you also need a bunch of gates. Now, Queens are sleeping on the job here. Drones are getting killed while they are shooting those debris. Only one drone though, a little bit of miss micro there by Rebellion. This is greedy, man. What are you doing? Now, Tempest is gonna be the choice here, and he's going into a forge behind this. Let's wait and see how many Tempests he's gonna pull before he reveals those. And he's actually going into the upgrade. Love to see it here. Tectonic destabilizers or something like this. 40% or 40 plus damage against structures. He already does. This is target air, this target's ground, 40 damage. And if he gets plus 40 against the structures, 80 damage. It's more than the siege tank does, by the way. I guess he'll just try to go ahead and target things with that. I'm gonna keep on producing. Tempest, he's going into Twilight Council now behind this and going into that ground attack. And the Spire should be kind of counteracted with this. Now, you just ignore the links here, you go for that base, please don't hit the links. And then he hits like the Hydra, he hits those queens. And as you can see, they're actually dealing good damage, but man, Harimang doesn't care. He's like, you can have that base if I can kill you. He's gonna find one of those Tempests here. Oh my god. Oh my god, is a Tempest actually fast at 3 point? They are the same speed, I can't believe it. So he does not get that Tempest. Now can he get this defense going though? He's warping in sentries now. I think that's a smart choice, honestly. He can utilize some force fields. Can even overcharge. How did he do that? And he's gonna recall his Tempest now, and he's trying to snipe those Hydras. Focus on those Hydras there. Warping in slow Zealots, a few depths, everything there. This base is not gonna get broken, and I think a good defense here. Now he's making Void Rays actually, that's a very interesting approach. He's kind of expecting Corruptors apparently, but it's only Hydras, and Void Rays are not gonna be the best unit against Hydras. I hope he just swaps those very soon. I think he just finished up his second Void Ray here, yeah. He's actually gonna commit to these, going into Templar Archives behind this. A few stasis traps here could be pretty powerful. That's gonna catch most of these links here. He still does not have charge, so he just needs to walk in with his Zealots now without charge. No real choice. He has 5 Tempests. Oh, don't lose the Voids, don't lose the Tempests. He loses the first Void, he's gonna lose a Tempest here most likely as well. No, I can't believe it. Harimang is gonna keep that one alive. 14 hit points. 16 with the shields. How much damage is that? 12? Alright, so 2 shots. Throwing down a Robo here now and another Gateway. But he keeps on making air units, finally going into those air weapons. It feels though this hasn't really been paying off so far. But that being said, only 63 drones for our Zerg player. Has been playing extremely aggressive here. Storm on the way now. Probably think about a 4th base. There we go. He's gonna move out and take that one. And set up a few stasis traps. I like the choice. Does have a Zealot to scout a tiny bit ahead there. Probably have something around these areas here as well, like a Zealot. Just patrol here a little bit or something, you know, to see this place. Grab the vision down here as well. I guess you need to clear the rocks first. And this time we'll see Corruptors. Now Rebellion kind of just decided in the spur of the moment to just keep on making air units, and because he kept on making air units, now he's going into +1 air weapons and his carriers. Now can he hold this next attack? There's still no storm, oh my god, 14 seconds! Oh, and every Templar is gonna die here. Not gonna be able to defend that base. Corruptor, Hydraling are gonna clear this army most likely. No storm, no Archon to defend against these Corruptors here. Corruptors are completely demolishing this air fleet, and yeah, the base also was denied here. And we do have a charge on those Zealots, but there's gonna be another dead base in a moment. Oh man, no Archons, that was really the big move. No Storm, no Archons there. And Rebellion is gonna fall apart. Yeah, I don't think you can kind of come back from this. Does he have that? Did he lose the carrier? I guess he cancelled the carrier. There we go. GG is gonna be called. Harimang, just take the second map. Wow, what a surprise. What a surprise. Good for Harimang. Ooh. And then we'll have to wait and see map number 3. Those poor Tempests indeed, yeah. I feel like he just, if he has an Archon, right, or if he Chronos that Storm one time more, right, he potentially can hold that one. Maybe he was overstepping with that 4th base. Maybe he should have had more static defenses. Not sure. There's a lot of maybes in that one. Feels though the biggest mistake was that this build didn't really work out the way he wanted to, and his kind of follow-up wasn't sharp enough timing-wise to actually hold on to this big of a push. Alrighty, let's jump into map number 3. Between these two, in the bottom left, the top left, excuse me, we do have Rebellion. In the bottom right, we do have Harimang. Oh, he's going for that same extractor trick here. There's an SCV dancing in the fire down here. Look at that. Oh, no, he's kind of stuck. Because the vision went away. Now, what do I like to see from Rebellion? I think a sharper Twilight timing would be nice. Something utilizing an early Robo with a Prism would be nice. Even the DT opening, which used to be standard DT drop into Archon drop, kind of cool to see. Stuff like that. Maybe even a Phoenix opening, even though I'm probably the only one who wants to see something like that. Now, interesting approach going into a Stalker. And there we go, Twilight. So Stalker first, Warp Gate directly afterwards, even Chrono boosting that Stalker. Now with the Twilight first, it's always kind of leaning a lot towards those glaive attacks, because those profit kind of the most from a fast timing. Now, he can also do, or he can do all sorts of things with this still. He can still go for that DT drop, he can still go for that, for a charge attack, he can go for blink, but as we see that thing finishing up, it's already starting the Adapt Glaive upgrade, so yeah. No surprises here really, but this still needs to get scouted, and he has been kind of messing with the unit order and the this one. Excuse me, this upgrade here, where he immediately started it, then canceled it, then started it again. Then the second game he started it and made this target afterwards, but never cancelled it. So he has like a lot of small adjustments in that, and in a best of 3 it does make sense. So I like that way he plays that. Now, robotics facility for a warp prism most likely. I wonder if he's gonna utilize this also to get an observer. Could be, but I wouldn't mind just immediately see that warp prism, and there indeed it is. Even getting chrono boosted, so he's gonna play this as a 4-gate here, it seems. Gonna have 4 adepts being warped in at home. Would probably load up into that prism and then try to go across the map. And yeah, well, it's only 4 gates, it's not like 6 gates, but you still try to kind of get game ending damage, so let's see if he can get it. Now this prism will actually not be seen, it just is perfectly out of vision. That's a big deal. Oh, he sees a few adepts though. Now he sees all of them. Now he's gonna be happy that he made 15 more links. I think roaches is gonna be the next thing. He does actually do an evolution chamber wall and tries to defend everything here at his 3rd base. But the adepts are not gonna get in, but they can just bust down this wall. He should focus on the evolution chamber. There we go. Now he's gonna have to retarget on those links. But yeah, this is actually buying enough time apparently here to make this worthwhile. I can still just trade against this. Can't trade against roaches, you can't trade against queens. But not if the queens perfectly transfuse those roaches. He's gonna again try to go for this attempt here. Maybe actually he will... I wouldn't mind him just try to get into that main base with an elevator trick. But I guess it's not gonna happen. What is happening, man? So Harimang just opened up the wall by himself. Adepts are kind of shooting at the hatchery right now. And this 4 adept drop is also not going to do much, but indirectly he already did enough damage. He kept the Zerg below 40 drones. Even though he didn't really kill any. Failing nest on the way. Still making a few drones. Actually making +1 missile. And this will be Adept Immortal here for now. And he might just go with round number 2. He's gonna have 6 gates here in a moment. And yeah, 2 Immortals in that prism. Let's see how he can fare against this. He's gonna catch 2 queens here. One is gonna get away, but the other one's gonna be a nice catch, and he will catch that base, which is a big deal. One adept got kind of finished up to scout the area, but this is so many adepts, and those 2 mortals behind that are not gonna fall here. Another warp in is gonna happen. 5 more adepts gonna join the fray to bolster that front line, and Harimang cannot hold on. Rebellion is gonna take that game. And he's gonna take the series with that. And then we will have Rebellion against Percival